as well. Doug Steve joins us, representing the Indiana County Sports Hall of Fame, brought to you by Marcus & Mack, voted best personal injury law firm in the Best of Indiana County contest. Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. He was wearing a stripy shirt and running up and down the court at West Shamokin last night, and he's here now.
Good morning, Todd.
Morning, how are you?
Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a couple of hours anyway. Indiana County Sports Hall of Fame. You and I were talking about this last night. We've had a couple of emails back and forth, but we finally get some names, huh?
Yes, we have our 39th annual banquet coming up here on Sunday, May 21st. The venue has changed now to the Indiana Country Club. We were at the Rustic Lodge for several years. Mm-hmm. So Sunday, May 21st at the Indiana Country Club, and tickets will go on sale here in late March. But we have a 39th annual banquet, so we have our 7 inductees that were voted in. So I'm here to announce those this morning.
Wonderful. Can't wait to hear.
And we'll go alphabetically.
Okay, that's a good plan, too.
So first one is Norman Andre from the Homer City area in the 1950s. He was 45-1 record as an amateur boxer and the 1950 Gold Gloves champion at 132 pounds, and was also named the outstanding boxer at that event. He is considered the most outstanding boxer from the renowned Johnny Costas stable. He also boxed at Michigan State, a top boxing school at the time, and for 3 years he compiled a 14-1 record. He now lives in California following a military career in which he ascended to the rank of lieutenant colonel.
Wow.
So Norman Andre. Brian Brzezinski from Blairsville, 1996 graduate of Blairsville. He was an all-sport standout at 6'6". He helped lead Blairsville to district championships in basketball and track and field, and in football he was a Big 33 nominee as a quarterback. In basketball he led the area in scoring, rebounds, and blocked shots. In track and field he set the school records in the high jump and discus and placed 5th in the high jump at the state meet. He played football at Penn State as a wide receiver, tight end on teams that made 4 straight bowl appearances, and he went there as a walk-on, and he earned a scholarship.
Yeah, I remember covering his games in high school. He's a big-time administrator now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Sports administrator in Westmoreland County?
Well, he's coaching.
Is he coaching still?
He's the girls basketball coach at Norwin High School, and they're pretty one of the top programs in girls basketball in the WPIAL. Yeah. Kevin Craig, a 1987 graduate of Indiana High School, 3-year wrestler, compiled a 25-6-2 mark as a senior and won the sections. He placed second at regionals and qualified for the state tournament. He went on and played football. He played football in high school on teams that went 18-3-1 at Indiana. He went on to Slippery Rock, and he was the fullback for 4 years, and he led 4 different 1,000-yard rushers along the way there. And he went on to coach running backs and special teams at Clarion from 2006 to 2014. Mm-hmm. So Kevin Craig. Fourth, Ralph David, Blairsville, 1976. Ralph rushed for 2,892 yards and 46 touchdowns over 3 seasons, compiling nearly 2,500 yards as a junior and senior. A member of the team that won the inaugural Appalachian Conference Football Championship and was named Offensive Running Back of the Year by the Gazette and Tribune Review. He also helped the basketball team win the Indiana County title and Appalachian Conference Division title. He won the county title in the 100 and 220 dashes as a junior and senior. He went on and played football at Carnegie Mellon under Chuck Klausing and was a 2-year letterman and led the President's Athletic Conference in punt returns as a freshman. Ralph David. Next up, Chuck Glasser, Marion Center, 1978. He played 4 years of basketball at Marion Center, where he scored over 1,200 points in his career. He made All-Gazette first team in his junior and senior seasons, and was honorable mention his sophomore year. He was the MVP of the Gazetteland All-Star Basketball Game in the spring of 1978. They used to do that at IUP. All Gazetteland teams played. They divided them up. So he was the MVP of that game. He went on and played basketball at UPJ. As a PIAA basketball official, he has officiated numerous District 6 championship games as well as a PIAA state championship game. So Chuck Glasser. Being inducted posthumously, Sam Kelly of Indiana. Known as the father of hockey in Indiana, he had started the hockey program at Indiana High School, transformed it into a varsity sport that has thrived in the PAHL Amateur and the PIHL Scholastic leagues. a USA Hockey certified coach. He introduced hockey to boys, girls, and adults. He coached IUP's club program for 18 years and compiled a 406, 227, and 51 record, 11 regular season championships, 4 playoff championships, and 10 appearances in the ACHA national tournament. As high school coach of Indiana High School, he went 110, 56, and 16 and made playoffs all 6 years, reached the state level 3 times, and reached the Penguin Cup, which is the state semifinals, once. He has already been inducted into the College Hockey Hall of Fame.
Yeah, good guy.
And our final inductee is Christina Screechy Lieb from Penns Manor, 2004 graduate. Mm-hmm. She was the state champion in the triple jump in 2004, went on to compete in track and field at Penn State, and was an annual participant in the Big Ten meet. She still holds the Penns Manor records in the long, triple, and high jump, and she earned 5 state medals, including a gold, silver, and bronze. She helped lead the volleyball team to district titles in 2001 and 2002, and helped the basketball team reach the state tournament. She lettered all 4 years at Penn State while competing in 8 Big Ten championship meets and helping the Nittany Lions win the conference title in 2008. She earned the Big Ten Scholar Athlete Award in 2008. So Christina Screechy Lieb. So that is our induction class, the class of 2023 for the Indiana County Sports Hall of Fame.
Wow, that is just an amazing group of athletes and scholar athletes in a lot of cases. And as I told you last night, I made Chuck Glasser what he was today. He's a Indiana County Sports Hall of Famer thanks to me, because I had to play defense against him.
Well, you tried to. I think he had his all-time career high when you were his defender.
I think that's probably true. That's probably true. That's as close as I'm going to get to the Hall of Fame anyway. But yeah, it's wonderful to hear those names again and to reconnect with some of the great past glory on the football fields and basketball courts and track and field and the boxing ring this time as well. Boxing used to be as big as any sport.
And I remember back growing up in the late 70s, I remember they used to have matches over at the field house. Yeah. Memorial Field House, and it would be packed houses to watch amateur boxing. And it's gone by the wayside over the last several years. But yeah, it was something. Boxing was really big around here with Johnny Costas and his gym that he trained people.
Yeah, even had a revival of it a few years ago. But it's just an amazing, when you bring back the history. And for a lot of people, it brings back memories. But for a lot of younger folks, somebody who is, the guy who lives down the street, now they make a connection to the fact that at one time, particularly some young high school athlete, they're understanding, wow, that person was where I am now. And now look at them.
And we also, the County Sports Hall of Fame board, we also honor honorees at the banquet. Someone, a lot of times are high school kids or others that have done well in the last year, that they're not inductees, but they're honored for their achievements in the last year. But I think that the nicest thing that is done is we have every county high school, there's 8 county high schools, we recognize a male and female as a scholar athlete. We give them $250. But they're sitting there, and their eyes up on the speakers of the inductees. Yeah. I mean, and even the inductees mention a lot, hey, a couple of them 20 years ago, 30 years ago were in their same seats sitting there listening to the inductees back 20 years ago.
Yeah, you think of Homer Center's Justly Sharp. I mean, she's a state champion and an academic star. Yeah. And she's just one of a number of great student athletes, scholar athletes for around the area. So you mentioned the event will be held May the what?
Sunday, May 21st. It's usually right around 5:30. It'll be at the Indiana Country Club. Tickets, again, will go on sale late March, $50. It will be the ticket. So, I mean, we'll publicize it here on the radio and throughout the community when the tickets do go on sale.
Yeah. When you think about the Indiana County Sports Hall of Fame and how well organized it is and the number of people that have made that happen down through the years, a lot of counties have their own versions of sports halls of fame. I don't think other counties do it as well as ours, and I know that's parochial, but I'm going to go ahead and make that claim anyway.
Well, and I mean, I know right next to us, Armstrong County, they have one, but what they do, they basically every year is, out of all the high schools, they induct one person of fame from that high school from over the years. So we're more of an open-ended where if you want to nominate someone, you have to be either an annual member or a lifetime member of the County Sports Hall of Fame, and that's $10 for an annual membership, $150 for a lifetime membership. But if you're a member, you don't have to attend any meetings, but you have the privilege of being able to nominate someone. And I have people will stop me, hey, so-and-so should be in the Hall of Fame. I'm like, you're absolutely correct, but we need someone to nominate them and gather the information.
Sure.
The County Sports Hall of Fame Board is not there to go and gather all the information. We need the information and the nomination form filled out, then we will then go and proceed through the process.
All right. So how does someone go through all of that? How does someone join? How does someone make the nomination?
Well, I mean, nominations are due by October 31st of every year because the board then votes in November for the following May's induction class. www.indianasportshall.com, I believe it is. I'll have to double check.
You want me to look it up now? Find out.
Well, go ahead. I'm almost sure it's indianacountysportshall.com.
He sounds really sure, doesn't he?
Well, you know, I just looked at it on our last year's banquet. But I know Vince Curran keeps that updated, and it lists all the annual members and the lifetime members on there. Is it pulling up?
IndianaCountySportsHall.com. You got it right.
See that?
See that?
I wish the fans last night would have said my calls were right.
Yeah. Well, there's, we can wish for miracles, but that would be even a little bit big of a reach there. Last year's class is listed there as well. We think of those names of folks, and they are now permanent members of the Hall of Fame, and we've added 7 more today.
Yeah, and it's always a great evening, and I mean it's just a joy listening to the inductees give their speeches because I mean they're all different. I mean some talk about their coaches or their teammates growing up. Others talk about their influences growing up and the big game that they were in or match that they competed in. So it's always neat to listen to all the inductees and how they go about with their induction speech. So it's always a great evening.
Yeah. Yeah. So a wonderful job. And I'm glad somebody nominated Sam Kelly because that was the gentleman who really gave his heart and soul to the sport of hockey in Indiana County.
There's no doubt about it. And what's tough is gathering all the information. You know, I mean, people gave us information, bits and bits, but we didn't have all of it. And finally this year we got the realm of everything that he had accomplished over the years. And without a doubt, he's well deserving.
Yeah.
And he's sorely missed in the hockey circles around this area.
Absolutely. Terrific, terrific guy. Well, Doug, thank you so much for coming in to tell us about it. We'll get all of that posted on our website, too, and direct people to the Indiana County Sports Hall of Fame site. We'll, of course, have people looking forward to when those tickets become available because I'm assuming that those are going to go pretty fast. Folks want to jump on board with that. Typically,
we have in that 250 to 300 attendance-wise. So it's and I have a feeling with this year's class, it's going to be well attended again. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you,
Doug Steve, the Indiana County Sports Hall of Fame, and that is going to do it for us for today on this Friday morning.